sunlight begins to fade now, and I feel like I'm losing time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel it somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel it somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Simracersworld TV, and welcome to the Sim Stickers Simracersworld Formula 3 series from Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada. One of my very favourite racing circuits, and what a brilliant venue this is going to be for the championship. It's going to be a fantastic night's racing once again around this tight and technical circuit. Heat racing, of course, for you here. And what a place to be. Now, I must start this evening by explaining to you all that there is a brilliant fundraising situation going on at the moment. There will be a link to it in the YouTube chat just now on the Just Giving website. Daniele Guidici, one of the drivers in this series, is a critical care worker at Poole Hospital. And, you know, I mean, thank you straight off for Daniele for all the hard work that he does. But the charity tonight is the Memory Box Project. So he's doing some fundraising for that. The Memory Box Project was set up for children that lose their parents at a very young age. The idea for the Memory Box Project came in late 2017. A young patient, a young woman, suddenly died on critical care, unfortunately. She was the mother of a very young preschool child, and obviously they wanted to be able to provide that child with the best life possible. So Daniele does a lot of work towards this. The actual Sim Stickers team as well have properly got behind this, and they're actually in special liveries tonight. We'll just go and have a quick look at them now. Here is Paul Godden in the 113 car, and you'll see that is not the normal livery we have for those cars. We'll slow it down for you as well, maybe even stop it as well so you can have a look. It's going to be a bit blurry, but they do have the Poole Hospital logo on there as well. I will have it showing up on the overlay. For some reason it hasn't come up yet, but I've tried to get it to filter through where the Sim Stickers logo is, so I'll have to sort that out. Also though, the Sim Stickers team will donate in pounds the points from their highest scoring driver and the points from Daniele Guidici combined into the Memory Box Project, as it's a great project and they want to help spread the word for the work that Daniele is doing. So I think that's pretty fantastic, don't you? Epic stuff from Sim Stickers. Paul Godden was saying as well, the cars will have a one-off livery for this round. He says he's apologised to me just in case it does get confusing, trying to determine which one is which, but it's a brilliant cause, really brilliant cause. So please do donate if you can, and hopefully we'll see those cars do very well tonight and see Daniele Guidici getting some good points as well, that they will then become some of the Queen's finest British pounds. Good evening, guys. Great to see you. It's Tom Wallstra that's fastest at the moment for Fiercely Forward, and you will see a couple of issues with teams potentially this evening. But it had a bit of a nightmare with SDK beforehand. Nothing of their fault, just me being an idiot, I think. So you'll hear me typing away now as I try and sort Wallstra's name, because I don't want to get it wrong and I don't want to annoy anybody. Tanguy van der Veeg, second at the moment for Flemish Sim Sports. Across the line he goes. We do have championship standings to update. I'm just trying to see, have I got the classes correct? Looks like it. Looks like it, just about. So we will go with, let's have a look at the academy class to begin with then. I'm I'm sure the classes are right in the actual points up here though. As actually qualifying is finished. I do apologise. So we'll have to go and have a look at those eventually. But here is your grid for the first one. The classes do seem wrong, don't they? That's definitely not right. Tom Walstra then, Tanguy van der Veeg, Christophe Herbigno. Yeah, Christophe Herbigno is not in the academy class. This is wonderful stuff. It seems to have changed around some of the class names and the colours for some reason. I'm not really sure why it's done it, so I'll have to sort that out, guys. I do apologise. I had a nightmare moving the names and stuff around. Then it's Bart Daleman, Josh Clogg, Arthur Fry, Holger Meifert, Louis Carrère, Taylor Lane, Sebastian Herbert, Victor Centelles, Ben White in 12th position with Matthew Forrest, Chris Roberts, Daniele Guidici, Greg Parmenter, Michael Fisher, Carl Newer and Danny Fenning. So we should have cars on circuit any moment now, and we'll be ready for the first heat of the night. We will have the session laps come up, don't you worry. But yes, I will try and sort out the classes, guys. I am very sorry. It's a bit of a pain. It seems to have matched them up wrong for some reason, so I'm going to try and sort this out live just so we can get it ready to go. But as you can imagine, I have to do all these colours manually though, so there will be a bit of a moment now where it does overlap, but I'll try and get this done as soon as I can. This is live issue sorting with Chaz. You can hear me typing away as I change all the golds to blue and so on, but it's all done manually this, so it doesn't just change the colours for me, which is a bit annoying, but is what it is. It might do, but I like to have it correct at my end, so I think it'll be right in the... Yeah, there you go. It's right in there now when I've done it. It's just on my overlay it might not come up correct, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see what I can sort out. But yes, here we are then, Montreal. First heat of the evening is just about to get underway here then. We'll shut the music up and the Sim Stickers Sim Racers World Formula 3 Series roars into life here at Montreal, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. And look at that, Tanguy van der Veeg straight to the front then, trying to get around Tom Walstra. They need to be very careful not to overdo it here. They've got Christophe Herbigno right in there as well. He's going with them. Arthur Fry in 5th place there as well. Oh, we've had an accident at the back. Michael Fisher has, he's locked it up, spun it around. And a couple of the guys all getting a bit of trouble. He tries to push him out of the way there. They've got going. This is the midfield battle. Arthur Fry looking back. Oh, we've got Danny Fenning off the circuit. Danny's had a nightmare at the chicane. Whoa. Amazing stuff there. Very, very close. But yes, look at this. Christophe Herbigno trying to make the move. He's got a new livery as well. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? The SDL Esports by Logitech car. That looks absolutely stunning. And Tom Walstra has not had the most ideal first lap here, has he? He's certainly dropping down a bit. We'll turn the volume up a little bit for these cars for you so you can hear it. We'll go on board with Bart Daleman as he chases down the fiercely forward car. Side by side, and it's side by side for the lead just ahead of them as well. That's Christophe Herbigno around the outside of Tanguy van der Veeg. Christophe sideways. Oh, and he's on the curb, and Van der Veeg is in the wall. Tanguy van der Veeg in the Flemish Sim Sports car. Is that going to repair itself, or is that the actual damage? That is the actual damage, and Herbigno has slowed down. Whether he's got damage from that as well or not, I'm not sure. Josh Clogg goes through there as well. Josh has had a nightmare start to the season, so he'll want to pick up some points from these couple of rounds. But that is not what they wanted to see. As Christophe Herbigno slots back in front of him into the chicane, but Tanguy van der Veeg, through no fault of his own really there. Let's have a look at, let's try and go a bit further back from this. No, that's not far enough, Chaz. It just happened a bit further in front, didn't it? So Christophe goes sideways. Oh, there's not really a lot Christophe could do, to be fair. And that front left wheel does pop back on and sort itself out, but the wheel tether holds on the front right. And unfortunately, that is all she wrote there. So Tom Walstra has managed to get himself back into the lead of this race then. He is ahead of Bart Daleman. Arthur Fry doing a great job in third. And then look at this, Josh Clogg with all this lot behind him. That's Christophe Herbigno, Holger Meifert, Louis Carrère is in there. Holger Meifert, big drift on the exit. big drift on the exit indeed. But it doesn't quite work out for him there, but whew, what a start to this race we're having. And what a start to the night. It's close here between Taylor Lane and there is Louis Correa on the left of the shot. They come out from behind the fence then. It's Correa down the inside. Taylor Lane has also had a bit of a rough start to the season. He's now chasing all over the back of Louis Correa and down the inside into turn 1. Gets it done. Nice manoeuvre. And through he will go. Oh, we've got cars off. Oh, it's Gudici and Greg Parmenter. 2 cars that could contribute to the charity this evening as well. Daniele's our hero, it says. Love it. Absolutely love that. He gets going again with Matthew Forrest behind him. So it's the top 8 that go through. So Louis Correa is in that last position at the moment that will progress into the next part of this. So we have 32 viewers at the minute, guys, and only, what, how many likes is that? 2? Come on, guys, we can do better than that. We certainly can. Sebastian Herbera is all over the back of Victor Bolea-Centelles, and that Iridium car is looking a little bit different this week. It's nice and shiny. Very shiny indeed. It looks fantastic. Can't wait to see championship leader Adrian Falcon go out in that again very soon. Victor Centelles has been doing a good job as well in that car. He's been very quick this season, but it's nice and spread out at the moment. Thank you very much for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. It does take a moment to update on my end. But right now, this doesn't look too comfy from Victor Centelles. Oh, Tanguy van der Veeg has stopped again. Oh, no, he's had a moment and gone around. Gets it going again, though. Nice recovery there, mate. Oh, he's pulled over. And look at that. Wallstra does the fastest lap of the race, then Bart Daleman goes 1,000th of a second quicker than him. So these two really trading the times at the moment. It's a great circuit, Montreal. Absolutely love it. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, I should say. Hell of a track. So, behind this then, here's Taylor Lane and Victor Centelles still having this fight. Yellow versus blue versus orange, and the spec maps are all fantastic. Look at the defence from Victor Centelles. Oh yeah, for sure, Anton. It is completely understandable why he's frustrated. But at the same time, Christophe Ebenio couldn't do too much about that one, really. As we look back then from Taylor Lane, who's apparently Dutch. But I disagree. Yeah, I did notice that. Honestly, I update the info every week because of the fact that they all obviously. Ah, hang on. Bear with. It should change now, or I hope so. No, apparently Taylor Lane's still Dutch. Okay. Well, I don't know what's gone on there. But again, just issues and issues and issues each week. No, I don't actually load the entire CSV. I do it manually as well, column by column, to make sure that nothing gets missed. But no. I had issues before with the team names, and it was showing that pretty much everyone drove Year 1 Alpha Live. And that looked like a bit of contact with the wall actually there from Taylor Lane, but he got away with that. But we've got a great scrap here. And of course Taylor Lane in the last position that will progress at this stage. So he does need to have his wits about him. Yeah, it does say that he's actually from the Netherlands in this, so not quite sure what the situation is there, Taylor, but maybe he's just taking a liking to some of the green stuff. We'll have to see. I'll try and recopy that in just so it's all sorted, but I don't see much of it changing. Ah, maybe it will change. There you go. Chaz can fix problems. Thank you very much, Markel. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. I know this isn't the most professional sounding you'll ever hear, but we're here to have a good time this evening and enjoy some Formula 3 racing in a fantastic format. Sebastian Herbera puts the pressure on Taylor Lane, goes round the outside into the chicane, and the white wheels dazzle him and he goes through, or does he? He's still side by side now. Taylor got a great run out of there. Oh yes, you know it, Louis. You know it, Mr. Hanker. So Taylor looking back down the inside of Sebastian Heber. They're still side by side into turn 2. Taylor on the outside line. Carries a bit more speed though, but Sebastian gets a better run off the corner. All the while, Chris Roberts is watching here, thinking a little bit of contact wouldn't go amiss. And there is a little bit of contact there. Cheeky stuff as Hebra defends very hard. Taylor Lane thinks, oh, give that wall a kiss on the way through as well. And Chris Roberts is suddenly back in this fight now. Onto the brakes again, into the left-hander. Very difficult corner to get right because it feels like the car's always going to wash away. Same here as well. You don't want to be on the power too quickly on the exit. Otherwise the rear will come around and will bite you in the rear. Into the chicane, another braking zone. Try not to take too much curb, especially not in these Formula 3 cars. Got the left front suspension camera, you can see it moving around a bit. iRacing doesn't render the condition of the tyres at the moment unless it's got gravel or dirt on it, but still great to see that it looks so realistic. Nice and close to the wall on exit there for Chris Roberts. A good little ride there from him, but this is the closest battle on track, so we'll stay with this here. Sebastian Heber is going to have Taylor Lane closing and closing in the slipstream, but I don't think it's going to make that much difference yet. We're on to lap 7 of this race. 9 laps in each of the heats. 8 drivers go through. Heat 1, Heat 2. And then we have the consolation race where 8 more drivers go through. And then we have a 24-car final race of the night. I'm your host, Chaz Draycott, for this entire series. And I absolutely love this one on a Thursday night. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Hebra doing everything he needs to do at the moment though, and he's going to get himself a spot in that final. Of course, if Taylor finishes in 9th position, he'll be on pole position for the consolation race. And the guys that have it the toughest are the ones that do go into the consolation race, because if they do well in their heat, especially if you're in the second heat and then you go to the consolation by just missing out, but you do well in that one and then get through to the final, you've done 3 races in a row. You do 3 races even if you make it into the consolation from here and then to the final, but it's a little bit more spread out because you've got this race, the second race, sorry, to just wait and watch, and then you've got the warm-up session as well to chill out a bit. But it's not an easy night to race in, I tell you, because there's so much pressure on to be in the certain positions. If we just show you the track map, you'll see just how spread out it is at the front. So this really is the bottleneck at the moment where the positions really matter. But yes, I'm glad we managed to get that fixed in the end. I'm sorry about the issues once again. Danny Fenning and Greg Parmenter, 2 teammates here together. This is a good thing for the charity, isn't it? Love it. Danny Fenning 202 goes past his teammate Greg Parmenter in the 263 car. Into the chicane once again. It's quite an interesting shot of the chicane, that one. Onto the brakes into turn 1 then. Look at the change of direction in these cars is fantastic, and the change of direction in the lead of the race is fantastic as well, because now Bart Daleman has really closed up onto the back of Tom Wallstra. Onto the brakes. You don't want to hit the brakes too hard in these things because it will lock up and spin around, but that is a very, very close challenge now from Bart Daleman. Bart's been doing fantastically recently. Holger Meifert has had an issue, by the way. Just into turn 1. A little bit too hot into there, unfortunately. And that is that. So we go on board then with Bart Daleman eventually. Onto the brakes into the chicane. And that is so close to the tyre wall. Onto the final lap then of this one. Oh, it's so close between the pair of them. Bart Daleman takes the lead of the race. This is Tom Wallstra. And I've just found a way of doing something in the SDK software, which is great. So next time I click on a car, it automatically changes camera. Look. Oh, look at that. Hello. Oh, as Bart Daleman takes too much grass. It was a good time to go on said camera, wasn't it? Because you could see how much grass he took there. But the white flag is in the air then. Bart Daleman He doesn't need to push that much. It just helps his grid position. Arthur Fry's doing a great job. Car 33, position 3, so 3 threes, and he's gained 3 places as well. You couldn't write that. Arthur Fry, great job. Josh Clogg, he'll be happy with 4th place at the moment in the 114 car. Christophe Herbignaud is still surviving out there in 5th position. Louis Correa in 6th, he's having a good performance as well, and it's Victor Centelles and Sebastian Heberer. He is the last car that will make it through at the moment. Oh, Khan Newen. My my comment about Khan Newen binning his car and needing a new one made it to the iRacing not top 10 highlights this week, which I was very happy about. So here we go then, down towards the chicane for the final time in the first heat of the evening. Tom Walstra is on his way for a win. Out the chicane he goes. Mind the wall, gents. Oh, nearly. Tom Walstra takes the first heat of the night. Fantastic drive to beat Bart Delman across the line. Arthur Fry, Triple Crown, 3rd place. Josh Clogg, 4th position. Christophe Herbignaud in 5th, and that beautiful SDL Esports by Logitech car. However, he will not be happy because of the earlier incident. Louis Correa 6th, 7th is Centelles, 8th is Heberer, and Taylor Lane 1.6 seconds off in the end, not quite making it to the line. Chris Roberts just going through there as well. He didn't quite make it either. But those guys will have a good grid position for the second heat. But there is your race winner, Tom Walstra. And I do just want to visit the championship standings, by the way. So Chris Roberts leading from Greg Parmenter and Khan Newen in the academy class, and then as usual it's very, very close from there on down. In the consistency class, it is Seb Hawkins leading the way, with Louis Correa, Victor Centelles, both having good performances there. Then Ben White and Sebastian Heberer just behind them. And as you can see, once again, stupid close all the way down that one. And then in the precision class, it is Adrian Falcon leading from Bart Delman, Brian Loynes, Ross Nicholson, those two tied on points, Kevin Zemstra and Tom Walstra in there as well. It's pretty amazing. So here's the second heat then. Brian Loynes alongside championship leader Adrian Falcon, with Ross Nicholson, James Forsyth, Matthew Crisp and Kevin Zemstra, with Hans Polmans, Dries van den Rijt and Paul Godden in 9th. Behind them in 10th is Ben Hoffman. Then we have Henning Stuhlinger alongside Nick Shermans, with Wayne Palmer and John Tusting on row 7. Then it's Phil Reagan, Stephen Grabowski, Alex Eitler, Lee Woodburn, Matisse Groen, and that rounds out your field. So there is Brian Loynes on pole position. I don't really like the cameras here at Montreal, but there we go then. Second heat of the night is underway, and it looked like a very good start for championship leader Adrian Falcon in the Iridium car. Looks brilliant with the chrome spec map on it. Look at that demanding stuff around the outside. Adrian Falcon takes the race lead straight away. We'll keep an eye on the midfield for any shenanigans. Doesn't look like anything going on there. We'll go on board with Lee Woodburn. Just watch out for the cars in front. See if anything kicks off here. He's gone a little bit deep into the chicane. Nothing too untoward there, but Adrian Falcon leads the way then. Here he is. Doing an epic job at the moment. And look at this battle in the midfield here. This is Hans Polmans looking forward at Zemstra, Crisp, Forsyth and Nicholson. So close here. Epic stuff. It's close here as well between Nick Shermans and Paul Godden. The cars ahead of them. Look at this lot here as they all make their way through the chicane. We go on the chopper cam. You can see the even spread between all of these cars. Just ahead of this as well, that's Nick Shermans on the brakes in the Simracersworld car. No spec map on that, but the orange certainly does look good. I like that. That's the Simracersworld F3 car. But Adrian Falcon is your race leader at the moment, and he is doing everything right to break away from the guys behind. Let's see how he gets on through the chicane. Smooth like butter through there. Going to keep an eye. Oh, we've got Alex Eitler making his debut in the series tonight for Eitler Racing. Interesting spec map on that car. Falcon does the fastest lap of the race. Look at all this kicking off ahead here. That's Lee Woodburn, John Tusting just ahead of him, and Phil Reagan. John Tusting was sick of the Formula 3 Year 1 cars last time round. He was just trying to avoid them at Spa. Through he goes. Phil Reagan just trying to defend from Lee Woodburn. Just ahead is Wayne Palmer in the SimStickers car, and look at this lot. That's Henning Stuhlinger just ahead, then Dries van den Rijt, Paul Godden, And Nick Sherman's at the head of this train. Oh, Lee Woodburn's had an incident just as we've looked away from him. Oh, he just locks it up on the brakes. Good avoidance there as well by Eitler. Just behind him, but not quite where he wanted to be there. That battle is still going on. And it's John Tusting chasing down Wayne Palmer. John looks down the inside. Nothing doing there at the moment. Stays very close around the hairpin though. Just ahead, it's side by side as well. That's Paul Godden and Dries van den Right. Dries then tucking in behind him. Yeah, Dries had some rotten luck last week. He's one of the most sort of favoured guys in the paddock. He's such a brilliant guy and such a clean racer as well from everything I've seen. In he goes. You can see the orange gloves working away at the wheel through there. Adrian Falcon extends his advantage. Oh, Matisse Groen's had an issue as well. He's going to be groaning about this one. Just on the power too much on the exit there. Car is sideways, gets it stopped. Kiss of the wall. And does he carry on? He does, yes. Or does he? Or he just waits as well for Lee Woodburn to come through. This is Brian Loynes in third place. Ross Nicholson, his teammate, just ahead. Oh, that was very nostalgic there, doesn't it? It's nostalgic there, doesn't it? No. It looked like two of the old Stuart Fords from Formula 1 just coming around there together there. I had shades of 1999. Oh, Lee Woodburn's had an accident. And Stephen Grabowski, what's happened to Lee? Oh, he's hit the wall. Oh, that's a big hit, and that's broken the front right, and that's going to be the end of Lee Woodburn's evening. Stephen Grabowski's lost it over the curb. Car goes very sideways. Gets it going again. 4 Elements Racing team there for Stephen Grabowski. This is quite tasty back here. Look at this. The Dallara Centipede. Onto the brakes. John Tusting down the inside of Wayne Palmer. John stops the car. Nearly gets hit by Phil Reagan, who tries to take advantage of the inside line. Doesn't quite work for him. Apparently Woodburn is a champion now. Champion of what, mate? Oh, Alex Eitler's had an issue as well. We've got all the issues here for the red cars. Alex Eitler just overdoing it. That's a cool helmet design, mate. That looks pretty good. Stephen Grabowski is in the pit lane then with that damage. Well, here's your second and third place battle between the two Stewarts. Ross Nicholson and Brian Loynes both doing their bit for charity tonight as well, as I've said. Can we get an oof for Van der Veeg? Oh yeah, he hit the wall of champions. Ah, I see. Yes, TW Linkerbarn, I know you're not English, mate. The nationalities did get sorted out in the end. So if you're watching the stream back from later on, then there's no point commenting now, mate. You've missed the boat on that one. It's been sorted, buddy. Don't you worry. It's Hans Pullmans for Flemish Sim Sports. Not much airtime for Hans tonight. I know that Hansy has got a big fan base in the YouTube chat. Most of the Flemish Sim Sports cars do have a big following around them from what I've seen when I've commentated on them. They're a fantastic bunch with some very pretty race cars. You'll see here. It is a gorgeous machine. And he's very close to this battle just ahead there, which is Kevin Zemstra chasing down James Forsythe. Now, James is having a good one as well. Good run so far in the Year 1 Alpha Live car. We'll go over to the right front suspension then, shall we? And have a look at that. To the chicane, who's going to brake later. They're still side by side going in there. Kevin tries to play the smart game there and get some sort of cutback. It doesn't work for him. Matthew Crisp is just behind here in the fiercely forward independent car. He's watching his teammate just ahead get on with it. That looks like quite a nice helmet design as well, actually, from Matthew Crisp. But he's got a good view of this battle ahead of him then. This is for some of the last positions to get through. Ben Hoffman is actually just behind this, defending his position from Nick Sherman's. Don't forget, the top 8 from each race go through. Yeah, apparently it's come up as fiercely forward independent on the thing they've been sent, Ollie. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe it's because if he's not scoring points for the team or something. I don't know. Tanguy with his first race there in emojis. So Kevin Zemstra all over the back of Brian Loynes. Sorry, James Forsyth, apologies. I was just looking at this there. Matthew Crisp has got past Hans Polmans. Oh, Hans has a moment, and wow, what a save that is. Let's have another look at this. Watch Hans Polmans just in front there, over the grass. Oh, he just taps the wall, and Matthew Crisp just misses him. A tiny, tiny amount there between them. Mattis Groen has had another issue, unfortunately, and dropped back down the order into the pits, although he's at the top of the timing screen for a second there. And this is the battle for third place. No, it's not, it's the battle for fourth place. Great, Chaz, great commentary, beautiful stuff. This is Nick Sherman's trying to get that final place. He wants to have a quick run forward at Hans Polmans. Breakaway here, Dries van den Rijt in car number 8. He wants position 8. He's watching this now behind them. Apologies, it's Ben Hoffman in the middle. Oh, Phil Reagan's had an issue in the year 1 car. Let's have a look what's happened here. Is he just going to loop it into turn 1? Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys doing that. Yeah, it's easy to do. Here's Ross Nicholson having a bit of a lonely second place race at the moment. There's his teammate Brian Loynes in third, doing a good job, but this is the battle that matters most at the moment. So the orange car you see there, Nick Sherman's in the Simracersworld Formula 3 car. He is the final position at the moment that will go through to the final tonight. He's defending hard from Ben Hoffman. Nearly contact into the hairpin. Oh, there is contact and he's around. Can he get it lit up and going again? Nick Sherman's has lost out from that place. Let's just have a look back. Oh no, he actually lost it on his own. I thought there was the tiniest of touches, but he did definitely lose that on his own. That means now that Ben Hoffman is in 8th place, but he's going to have to defend from Dries van den Rijt, and we know how quick Dries is. Ben's going to be watching back here and being very careful about this. This is the view back from Ben Hoffman. He's going to have to keep his wits about him here. We know Dries van den Rijt's quick, and like I said, car 8 wants P8, and there is the data wire racing machine all over the back of him here. On lap 7 out of 9 in this heat so far. How's the stream looking, guys? I know we've had a bit of a dip at one point in terms of quality. I've been told there's some frames dropped, but I hope it looks alright. Van den Rijt is pushing very hard indeed at the moment to try and catch. Oh, excuse me. Bless you. Yeah, apparently my internet's been very unstable again recently, so it's loads of fun. James Forsyth's having to defend from Kevin Zemstra here. He's got 2 fiercely forward cars behind him, but he doesn't have to defend too hard at the moment by the look of it. Let's get those likes up, shall we, guys? According to this, we've only got 2 likes at the moment. I'm going to have a quick refresh. Okay, 12. Well, that'll do. That's better. 37 viewers, though. Let's get at least 15 likes, guys. Let's get a couple more in there. And don't forget as well, you can donate to charity this evening for the Memory Box project, which Daniele Guidici is supporting as well. Guess the flag as well. It does add something. Thank you very much, Louis. Glad you're enjoying it though, guys. This is honestly one of my very favourite series to commentate on. There's always action, and here is some more of it. Down the inside of the 185 car goes Dries van den Rijt, trying to get that final qualifying position off Ben Hoffman, side by side out of turn 2. Right together down towards the chicane. This is going to get pinchy. Watch this. Oh, Dries goes to turn in a bit early. Nearly contact. Ben Hoffman holds on to the place ahead of him. Has a bit of a wobble on the exit. Dries van den Rijt all over him. Ben Hoffman is just putting that car exactly where he needs to, reminding Dries van den Rijt that year 1 is a custom flip-flop company. Hi, commentator. Do you want to get a Warzone dub with us? What do you mean, mate? Do I want to commentate on you guys playing Warzone? I had someone the other day asking me if I could commentate on their Worms esports matches. Apparently. Dries van den Rijt down the inside into the hairpin. And look at that. Through he goes. Does he get rid of the overlap on the exit? He does. But Ben Hoffman now is going to try and get the slipstream. He starts off very close behind him. My name is not Chad. It is Chaz. Side by side once again towards the chicane. These two wheel to wheel, so close to making contact like Senna and Mansell in the 90s. Oh, Hoffman's overdone it though, and he's around. A little bit of contact with Paul Godden, and Hoffman unfortunately crumbled in that moment. Oh, he's lost the nose of the car and he's into the pits. Understandably very frustrated with that. Let's have a look what happened once again. So we'll see Ben Hoffman then. He turns in, he's a bit late to the corner, and he goes to turn left, and it just hits that curb. The car bounces through the air, he locks it up, lets off the brakes to try and get it going. He makes a tiny bit of contact with Godden, and that's going to break the nose off. There it goes, ping. And he's going to be very frustrated with himself over that one. This battle's still going on though. His teammate, James Forsyth, he's still in the qualifying positions at the moment. Onto the brakes they go, into the right-hander. He's lost out to Kevin Zemstra, and now Matthew Crisp. He's getting his nose nice and crisp close to the back of him. Very close indeed. But here is your race leader, by the way. We've not really seen much of him. And yes, it is Charles, actually, Anton. That is my full name. Draycott Count Chaslington. Love it. Yep, here come the word plays. The word plays are out. But Adrian, well, what can you say? Swooped down like a falcon? No, not quite. Off the start, the reactions of a falcon. Adrian takes the win in the second heat of the day. Ross Nicholson for SimStickers Racing and Brian Loynes put some great points towards the charity there. Fantastic stuff, boys. Kevin Zemstra finishes in fourth, and Matthew Crisp does just get the better of James Forsyth in the end. Wow, that must have been very close there. Doesn't even show up that he overtook him, but there we go. Hans Polmans and Dries van den Rij gets that final qualifying position from that one then. So very, very good drive there by everybody. Great race to watch, and there are the two SimStickers cars together doing their thing for charity and the Memory Box project for Pool Hospital. Wonderful to see, that is. Wonderful. And yes, a last to first challenge coming up from Tanguy van der Weeg. He says in before he gets taken out again. In all fairness, Tanguy, there wasn't a massive amount Christoph could do there. He just went in a bit hot into the corner, tried to save it, and unfortunately, because of the nature of the chicane, bounced across back into you. But here we see two of the fiercely forward cars mixing it in with the SimStickers Racing cars. Second, third, fourth, and fifth for these guys. And here we go then. Get ready for Tanguy van der Weeg making his way through from the back here. So Taylor Lane, pole position from Paul Godden, Chris Roberts, Henning Stuhlinger, Daniele Guidici, John Tusting, Matthew Forrest, Nick Shermans, Holger Meifert, Phil Reagan, Danny Fenning, Wayne Palmer, Greg Parmenter, Ben Hoffman, Michael Fisher, Alex Eitler, Khan Newen, Lee Woodburn, Tanguy van der Weeg, Stephen Grabowski, Ben White, and Matisse Grome. And that's your SimStickers fast grid readout with Chaz Draycott. That's not a thing. Right then. Who do we reckon's going to get this one, guys? There's a good TV camera. That's a bit better, isn't it? P19's P4 is Anton's guess. He needs P8 to get through into the final. We are just waiting on Matisse Grome to take to the back of the grid. Then we should be good to go. Once Matisse takes to the grid, we'll be growing. No, doesn't work. I tried. Here we go then. The consolation race with a mandatory pit stop, don't forget, is away. Looks like a good launch from Taylor Lane. Bit of moving around in the back of the field. Oh, there's cars around and there's a contact in the back. Somebody just didn't quite get away. And there's pieces everywhere, and that is Tanguy van der Weeg already out of the race. There's cars off as well in turn two. Look at this. Chaos here at the first couple of corners. John Tusting caught up in that again. Bit more contact on the exit for him. But Taylor Lane is sitting pretty at the moment. He leads the race. Chris Roberts has gone off. That's a big accident for Chris Roberts. Do not do it, Chris. Do not do it. You may as well get out of there, mate. Stephen Grabowski's backwards as well. Oh, it's right kicked off, boys. It's right kicked off, it has. Let's have a look what happened here to Tanguy van der Weeg. Can't even see him on the thing. Oh, the other car in front just comes round to the left, and That's all she wrote, I'm afraid. See if we can catch what happens here. Who is it that stays stationary? I think, is it? Oh, it's one of the... Who is that there with no rear wing? Is that Greg Parmenter? No, it's one of the other Sim Stickers cars. It's not Danny Fenning. It was Greg Parmenter. Apologies, yeah, I got my my angle wrong on that. And there was also a bit of shenanigans in the middle with some of these lot as well. Danny Fenning got involved in this. Let's see, does someone spin it around? Danny Fenning's down the inside. Oh, there's contact in front. And then it all just bunches up on the exit, I'm afraid. So there's a lot of guys coming in the pits, but Taylor Lane certainly isn't. He leads this race. Daniele Guidici, second position at the moment. Nick Sherman's is third, with Phil Reagan fourth, Wayne Palmer fifth. Alex Eitler has gained 10 places in this one, and Lee Woodburn's gained 11. They're going to be absolutely loving it. Butters says, is Hamilton driving? I'm afraid not, no. Max isn't in this split either, mate. John Susting is in 8th position, though, despite that incident at the start. Ben Hoffman wants to make it through as well. He's trying to survive and see where he can get to. Tanguy van der Veeg, unfortunately, not his night. And more bad luck strikes for the Belgian. Oh, there's a car around there. It's Phil Reagan. Phil Reagan has a spin in the year 1 machine. We saw him spin a couple of times at Spa. Oh, he's just on the power. You can see it getting loose. Nice save. Oh, he reverses a little bit there. That might have been a bit questionable. But he manages to survive. His battle for second place. Daniele Guidici. Or Guidici. Still not figured out to say it by now. He's going to be, well, hopefully not looking back. Oh, we've got Matthew Forrest going around. And there's definitely not a forest out there, mate. That is sand. And only palm trees grow on sand. Nick Shermans goes into second place past Guidici for Abruzzi Esports. Lee Woodburn is side by side as well with Alex Eitler. And he's away. Alex is flying at the moment. 11 places gained in this race. Lee Woodburn all over the back of him. Side by side they go round into turn 1. Onto the brakes. Lee down the inside. Gets it done. Nice stuff. The car looks very planted as he turns in there for Lee Woodburn. Holger Meifert's had an issue. Is he going to be saying it's my fault or my fault? Nah, that's my fault. Sideways he goes. Manages to collect it quite nicely though, to be honest to you. Daniele Fisichella. That's how you say it. Okay. Fizzy. Oh, Matthew Forrest had another issue. This is a race of replays. Is he just going to light it up on the exit? Yep. Bye, mate. Ben Hoffman then, 7th at the moment. He's got a 1 second gap back to John Susting, who's then got 3.5 seconds over Phil Reagan, who's unfortunately dropped out of that top 8. Sebastian, oh, come on, Chaz, stop it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. For anyone that does enjoy the commentary, by the way, wants to check me out, ChazDraycott.com launched just over a week ago. So do go check that out if you want to go have a look at what I do. Chaz will occupy the full top 10 in the next not top 10 by iRacing. Well, you know, they seem to favour accidents over funny commentary, so I'm just going to have to start driving really badly. Well, I have to start driving in the first place to do that. Wayne Palmer went off the circuit a little bit there, naughty boy. Cuts it slightly. Well, Lee Woodburn up 13 places at the moment, having a smashing drive. I'll show you the gains on the left-hand side of the screen now. Look at that, 13 places gained by Lee. If only those arrows worked, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? For some reason it doesn't space them out for double digits, but oh well. It is what it is, it's software, you can't make it do everything. Wayne Palmer just in front, then holds on to 4th position. Juvier Noef, I do not know how to say that name. Chaz, thanks for this beautiful stream, and I consider you as one of my best friends. Oh, that's good, mate. Thank you. I'm now going to play Warzone, but I will see you when Van der Veeg gets taken out again. Oh, God. I heard they actually do favour funny commentary. Well, I will try my best. Promise you. Here's Ben Hoffman then, just closing in to Alex Eitler. Alex is having a very, very good debut here in the SimSticker Simracersworld Formula 3 Series. Oh, Con knew it. Does he need one? Oh, he needs new brakes by the look of it. Oh, heck. That's a nice little pirouette there. Give that a 6.2. So here is Hoffman then. With Alex Eitler. He's just overtaken him, and now he's saying, "Right, lad." Off he goes. And Ben's saying, "Get Hoff, man." Side by side into the chicane. Oh no, it's terrible. Makes it stick though, does Ben. Through he goes into 6th position. John Tusting is in the pit lane. That's a real shame. Thank you very much, Tanguy. It's such a shame to see you get taken out again, dude, but hopefully we'll see you back next time round. And your luck will change, my friend, I'm telling you now. Oh, Alex Eitler. He's gone grass tracking. That's not a car that's at full... Yeah, the pedal on the right, mate. Pedal on the rightler. No, doesn't work. Through the chicane. Manages to recover, but only just. That was a bit of a scary moment there for Alex Eitler. We'll go and have a look back. Into turn 1 and then turn... Oh, heck. He's got an interesting spec map on that car, actually. It seems to have a Red Bull sponsorship on the side of it somewhere, but doesn't quite match the livery, but oh well. Stephen Grabowski is in there as well with him in the four elements car. They're going to become one element if he makes any more contact with him there. That got very sketchy through there. Just behind them, Phil Reagan is gaining on them here. Oh, is that some moment for Alex Eitler? Oh, wow, look at that avoidance by Stephen Grabowski. Look at that, Phil Reagan. Thank you very much, boys. Through he goes. Look at this then. Eitler loses it on the brakes. Hoffman, fantastic avoidance, just stops the car. And Phil Reagan will be laughing all the way to the bank there as he gets through. These pair are still dancing together, though, down towards the chicane. Just behind them as well, Holger Meifert and Matthew Forrest are having a bit of a ding-dong. He's chasing him down, side by side into the chicane. Wow, look at that on the brakes of Matthew Forrest. Oh, never mind, he's going in the pit lane. Yes, pit stops are mandatory in this race as well, by the way, so I will show you all on the left-hand side where people have pitted, and it counts. Stephen Grabowski then, up 12 places at the moment, is having a fantastic drive here in the 4 Elements racing team. But he needs to go chasing after Phil Reagan, who has sneaked through and took his position. Love watching these cars around this circuit. Yeah, around the outside of the chicane. Oh no. Definitely Louis. Bang on. Oh, Khan Newen's had another issue. Khan, what are you doing? Oh, it's going to be a repeat last time. Oh, that is literally the same accident. The same accident. He's trying to get me into the iRacing not top 10 again, isn't he? So here is Wayne Palmer then. 4th position at the moment behind Daniele Guidici. Khan Newen is the car ahead of them on track. I hope you're all enjoying the stream so far, though. It's a hell of a lot of fun to do this one. And look at Nick Sherman's orange car, purple sectors. He's flying at the moment. He's got 2.5 seconds to catch Taylor Lane. Well, he's not got that long, sorry. He's got 2.5 seconds to make up on Taylor Lane. He's got 6 laps to do it. So that's longer than 2.5 seconds, trust me. But Nick is flying. And you can be sure, mans, that he's trying his best. Nope, that doesn't work either. I'm clutching at straws here. Really am clutching at straws with the puns. But if you guys are tusting enough in me, you'll know that I'm going to keep trying. I can't handle it anymore, Charles. That just sounds like I'm in trouble from my mum. Like, only my mother calls me Charles when I'm in trouble. Anyway, Phil Reagan, he's going to be in trouble in a minute if he doesn't watch out, because Stephen Grabowski is going to try and grab that position off ski. Phil Reagan looks down the inside into the hairpin and goes for it. Wow. That was gutsy. Oh, he's once again straight into that slipstream. There he is. Oh, stop making me change the suspension. Steve Grabowski, side by side. He's just going to poke his little carbon fibre wing in there. He's going to dummy him and go into the pits. Yes, he does. Phil Regan onto the brakes then through the chicane. Stephen Grabowski into the pit lane. There he goes. It's chast too much. Love it. This has to Dre stop. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, Phil Regan, what are you doing there, mate? What is Phil Regan doing there? Thank you very much, Drees. Much appreciated. Oh, Phil just too hot into there. He thinks, oh, I want to go in the pit lane. You don't go in that way, mate. This is Ben Hoffman on the back of Lee Woodburn. Onto the brakes, into the one of the many chicanes here at Montreal. And the Year 1 Racing Alpha Live car doing a good job. Random question, who likes Chaz music? Didn't know that was a thing. Oh, Lee Woodburn's gone in way too deep there into the hairpin. Side by side on the exit they go. Highest placed driver that's pitted so far is Holger Meifert. He's in 9th position. Who's going to go into the pits out of these pair? Neither. Neither of them want to give an inch there, but Lee Woodburn, oh, he's had to really compromise his line through the chicane. Loses a lot of time there. And Ben Hoffman gets ahead. Here's Alex Eitler. Is he going to go down the pit lane? He's not. He continues. Holger Meifert is the next car on track just behind him. Now in 8th place, Phil Regan. Where's Phil Regan gone? Has he just disconnected? I thought I saw a car flash away. That's such a shame because he was going to make it through into the final. It looks like it's not to be for Phil Regan. It's Phil Regan at the moment. Goodbye, Mr. Regan. Closest battle on track at the moment is Ben White behind Danny Fenning. And Danny's going to be hoped to be fenning him off. Doesn't look like that's the case at the moment. That's Henning Stuhlinger. Just getting out of the way. Whoa, that looked a bit hot there from Ben White. Woohoo! A little bit too quick into the chicane there, maybe. Nice overexposed wall there as he goes around the right-hander. He's, of course, running the Damon Hill helmet. It's Ben White. Certainly does look good. Seems like we've had another little drop of frames, by the way, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what's caused that, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'm keeping my eye on it at the moment because I know that my internet is not the most desirable of things. We've got Wade Palmer and Lee Woodburn in the pit lane. Now, I didn't even know that those lights on the back of the Formula 3 cars worked, but there you go. Here's your race leader, Taylor Lane. Look, Ollie, it's one of your cars. Basically forward open cast machine leading the way. Flying at the moment is Taylor. Nick Sherman's though, 2.2 seconds back now, so the gap isn't too big. But it hasn't come down too much either. Lee Woodburn just on his way out of the pit lane. Oh, Henning Stuhlinger. Henning's having a nightmare. Oh, look at that. On the way into the pit lane, to be honest, maybe that was a little bit on Ben White there, not having the patience. Let's just go on board with Ben White. Oh, Henning was on the right. Grosjean, is that you? I won't lie. A little bit off topic here. I saw an absolutely hilarious Romain Grosjean sort of meme video the other day, and it had me in absolute pieces. I've seen one about Lewis Hamilton where he says we need to improve. It's in 2009 because he says at the end of 2008 this is the best moment in my life, and then this graph comes up about how good Hamilton's life is, and then it comes crashing down in 2009, and it's just him over the radio saying we need a brand new car if we're going to win any races. And then it just cuts to footage of him winning 2 races and his engineer going, "Get in there, Lewis." And it's just one of the most ironic and hilarious bits I've ever seen. Anyway, there's a motor race going on, and And this is Holger Meifert chasing down Wayne Palmer, the two highest placed drivers that have pitted at the moment. And doing a really good job of it as well, to be honest with you. The German chasing down the Brit. So he's got a Jerry on his 6 as Wayne Palmer. Onto the brakes into turns 1 and 2. Look at how much Holger Meifert closes up there for WS Racing Esports. Whoa, a bit of a wobble on the exit though. That's going to compromise his run and give Wayne Palmer another little chance there. Lee Woodburn's had to really back off again, I believe, at the end of the lap in the chicane. Stephen Grabowski's just got past him there. But good job so far from Wayne Palmer. Doing everything right as it stands. He's in 6th position at the moment and on his way through into that final. Good on him. It's good to see these guys out there doing their bit for the charity as well. Matthew Forrest is chasing down Greg Parmenter a bit further down the order here. And then just ahead of Greg is Lee Woodburn, just 1.1 seconds ahead. Lee looks like he's struggling with the car a little bit at this stage of the race. Matthew Forrest, though, he's catching up at the moment. And I tell you what, the puns are going to be alive if Matthew Forrest catches Lee Woodburn, because Matthew's on Forrest fire, and if he catches up with Lee, there's definitely going to be some Woodburn. Onto the brakes, down the inside goes Matthew Forrest, nice move. Lights it up a little bit on the exit, and the virtual racing compound car goes through on Greg Parmenter. Only one more lap to go after this one, and this is still a hot little battle here between... Oh no, it's not this one. It's Wayne Palmer and Holger Meifert. These two don't need to fight that hard at the moment, because these two are both in position to go through, and they've got a good couple of seconds over John Tusting, who's in 8th place. It's nice to see the suspension working away in these cars, isn't it? Great to see just how well iRacing models it all, and how well it just naturally it moves as well. It looks fantastic. But Holger is looking hungry at the moment. Oh, Danny Fenning has had an issue. What's happened to Danny? Is he just going to lock it up on the brakes? Yeah, it's easy to do, mate. Easy to over-rotate it. And Taylor Lane has come in the pit lane here with 1 lap to go. That's interesting. Nick Shermans has gone through. So has Daniele Guidici and Ben Hoffman. And Alex Eitler is on his way towards the pit lane. Now, are they going to get disqualified? No, Alex Eitler goes in the pits as well. Yeah, I thought it was a mandatory stop. Oh, Bart Daleman's going to be wagging his finger at people. Well, Nick Shermans leads the race then, for now. It's going to be an interesting one to see what happens. Nick Shermans could be in the bad books here. I'm very sure that it's a mandatory stop, so the fact he's not taking it smells. Alex Eitler's had a very long pit stop. Although, actually, no, it's not that bad. It's a couple of seconds more than other people around him have had, though. So he's down in 12th position now after that one with Lee Woodburn just ahead of him. But here comes Nick Shermans. And we'll have to see what happens here, because, oh, Danny Fenning's gone off, and that's the end of his race, surely. And this is the end of Nick Sherman's race. Whether he takes the win or not, we'll have to see. But on the road, Nick Shermans wins. Fantastic drive. Daniele Guidici is going to finish 2nd with Ben Hoffman just behind him. He's going to take the podium. Taylor Lane is going to be in 4th position after a fantastic drive at the front. Taylor did an epic job in that race, and he takes the mandatory stop. We need clarification now. Well, I'm just the commentator. I'm going to stand in the commentary box, or sit in my studio as is, and wait for information to be fed to me, because I just turn up, I just rock up like the diva that I am and shout. So John Tusting will go through, Paul Godden will go through, All these drivers are pitted, so even if the guys ahead do get given penalties, they'll go through. We might have Stephen Grabowski, Matt Forrest and Lee Woodburn in the final as well, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll need to grab Bart Delman and see what the situation is, and hopefully, very hopefully, this gets sorted out. Then we'll have to see what the case is. And that's interesting, it's changed to the next camera and he's hit the wall. But your race winner then in that one, Nick Sherman's doing everything right there. And what a fantastic drive it was by Nick, and especially Taylor Lane, who we're looking at here. He did a brilliant job in that one, led the race most of the way. I'm just thinking now, I'm waiting for a message, but we're going to have the 10-minute warm-up session to figure things out. I'm just going to check what the situation is with Bart Delman as the drivers go out on track. And this is, as most of you will know, my my usual moment for great win, Taylor, says Louis. This is my usual moment for a quick drinks break, but we'll put the cameras on auto for a little bit for you. We'll give you the gaps so you can just see how this warm-up session goes. It is 10 minutes long, as you will see there. And I'll be back with you in just a few minutes then on Simracersworld TV for the final, the feature race here tonight in the SimStickers Simracersworld Formula 3 Series. Don't go away. So here we are then, guys. The warm-up session is underway. And there is obviously discussion going on regarding the race earlier. It's usually forced by fuel, but in that one, the fuel consumption was lesser than expected. And as Anton Dupin is saying, it is a question of interpretation. So the result stands from the race that we just saw there. Fortunately, Taylor Lane does still qualify. Oh, as Arthur Fry decides to abandon that lap. Here's Louis Correa. He had a good heat. And he finds himself in the final for this evening. All the drivers are able to take to the track though in this final warm-up session, which is nice to have. We should have another fantastic feature race here all the same. Well, I know there is still conversation going on in the YouTube chat regarding the wording and so on. Let's all just enjoy the moment, shall we, guys? And let's have a fantastic feature race once again, because we all love these feature races. We know how crazy they can be, and I certainly am looking forward to this one as well. You can hear me working away in the background once again, trying to fix my mistakes from earlier. But I'm hoping for a good strong race in this final one. We've got some big names in this one, and it's a good chance for a lot of these academy class drivers and consistency class drivers to really show their worth. And that's what I love about these races, is that you get such a mix from all of the different classes that sometimes make it through into this final. That it's just good fun, really good fun to watch. So let's hope that these guys give it their all in the last race of the evening. Cammy Sturch in the chat. Good to see you, Cammy. Yeah, no, that's understandable, Ollie. I understand the frustration, mate. But like I say, that's stuff to be taken up afterwards now, guys. Oh, excuse me. That's like farting live on air, that. But John, good to see you at least qualify, mate. That was good. Christophe Herbignaud. Arthur Fry is pushing on as well. Arthur's been brilliant since coming into this series. I've really enjoyed watching him. Oh, as around he goes. You say that, Chaz. There's the there's the commentators cursing full force, ladies and gentlemen. I can literally summon lightning by the look of it. That's what happens when you're a commentator. These things happen. Okay, I think, bear with me because there's going to be another Windows noise. Boosh, there it is. Right then, I think got it all sorted. Oh, as around goes Arthur Fry into the wall, and that is going to be far from ideal. Thank you very much, Evo Gaming. I really do enjoy these broadcasts. It's a lot of fun. And don't forget, guys, you can donate to charity this evening for the Memory Box project, which Daniele Guidici and the SimStickers racing team are very much supporting tonight. Daniele Guidici is a critical care pharmacist at Poole Hospital, and he said that sim racing and the Simracersworld community helped him cope with challenging situations at work in his personal life during COVID-19. So he wants to use the platform to support a dear project, which is the Memory Box project. Came about when a young patient suddenly died in critical care in 2017. She was the mother of a very young preschool child, and they wanted to do something for them, of course, to make sure that child does get a good life. So please do donate, guys. It's a fantastic cause. It really is. Anyway, we have a race to do then for the final race of the evening. Tom Walstra on pole from Adrian Falcon. Then it's Bart Daleman, Ross Nicholson, Arthur Fry, Brian Loynes, Josh Clogg in 7th with Kevin Zemstra and Christophe Herbignaud behind him. Then it's Matthew Crisp and Louis Correa with James Forsteicher and Victor Belair-Centelles. Then we have Hans Polmans, Sebastian Herbert, Dries van den Rijt. Then Nick Sherman's Daniele Guidici, Ben Hoffman, Taylor Lane rounds out your top 20. Then we have Holger Meifert, Wayne Palmer, John Tusting and Paul Godden. And don't forget, as we said earlier, the combined points from Daniele Guidici and the highest scoring Sim Stickers racing car tonight will donate their amount of points in pounds to the charity. But here we go then, the feature race from Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in the Sim Stickers Simracersworld Formula 3 Series is away, and it's Tom Walstra leading them from pole position. I'm never saying that, Cammy, because that's not one of my coined phrases, I'm afraid. Down the inside, Tom Walstra holds on to it. Adrian Falcon doesn't quite get the start he was hoping for that he got in his heat earlier. Doesn't work. Oh, was there a car around? That looks like Hans Polmans is around as well. Ben Hoffman went off. It was James Forsteicher, I do apologise. Ross Nicholson's made it up to 3rd ahead of Bart Daleman, but look at Adrian Falcon for the race lead. Oh, there's cars off behind Sebastian Herbert and his teammate Nick Sherman's. What a shame. The pair of them coming together there. Look at this, Adrian Falcon all over the back of Tom Walstra and all over the wall. Sounds like a car was around in the background, someone blinking in and out a little bit. I think that's Victor Belair-Centelles. He has had internet issues before, but look at this lead train here. Arthur Fry's got a brilliant view of it. Just ahead of him then is Bart Daleman, Ross Nicholson, Adrian Falcon and Tom Walstra. Incredible stuff. Onto the brakes into the hairpin. The traffic jam at the hairpin commences, very much so. Adrian Falcon has to keep an eye out behind him though, because these cars behind will be closing. Speaking of, there is Ross Nicholson flying past him down the inside and into 2nd place before the chicane. Adrian shows his nose and says, not that easy, mate. Oh, Adrian straight on. It's a very early pit stop. I know it's a mandatory stop, but wow, that's very early on. Christophe Herbignaud in as well. Maybe that's a very good shot at the side pod there. Maybe these guys don't want to get stuck in traffic, but someone who isn't stuck in traffic is Tom Walstra. He is flying at the moment, trying to get away from this battle behind. Brian Loynes is very close to the back of Arthur Fry. Good run at the moment. Louis, drop it. Yes, the Fiercely Forward livery is nice. The chrome lion on the side of it as well really does make it. Certainly is a gorgeous car. And in the background, Arthur Fry and Brian Loynes side by side now. And then they've got 3 Fiercely Forward cars behind. Oh, hello, internet issues. I've missed you. Apologies, guys. Little blip at my end, but it seems okay now. Sorry about that. But yes, here are the 3 Fiercely Forward cars, all very close together. Oh, love it. Don't you love internet issues? Loads of fun. Looks like we're all good now, though. I'm sorry. Blame Vodafone. But in the background here, Josh Clogg has got Kevin Zemstra all over the back of him. The 2 teammates together, differentiated by the wheels. Down the inside goes Zemstra. 88 on 114 with 99 Matthew Crisp just behind them. He's closing in the slipstream, even down a short straight like the one here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Easy to do. You just don't want to hit your teammate. Rule number 1 of motorsport, do not hit your teammate. Looks like Matthew Crisp hasn't got the spec map on. Sort it out, Ollie. Still very close between these top few guys though. As usual, Ben Hoffman is trying to close in on Daniele Guidici. If he wanted to support the charity effort, then he wouldn't, but he wouldn't close in, I mean. But the Year 1 Racing Alpha Live cars have had an up and down season so far. Oh, heck. Maybe that's why he's an independent then. Oh, hecko, Ollie. Hecko. Doesn't look that different. Still, looks good. Right then, race leader, Tom Walstra. Leading from Ross Nicholson, Bart Daleman. Ross Nicholson is up 2 places at the moment. No, I didn't say what you thought I said. Doing a fine job at the moment is Ross for SimStickers Racing. He was very quick last season. It's only brighter, Louis, because he's not got the thingy on. What's it called? Spec map. There you go. Walstra, fastest lap of the race. Purple lap time from him. Opens the gap up a little bit to Ross Nicholson. Wow, Anton with the burn. Wow. Oh, Hans Polman. Paul Godden's had an issue. Into the chicane. Oh, heck. Oh, that's how you bury it, Michael Schumacher style. He gets moving. Oh, he's going to be right in the way. Hans Polman's had his own issue, I think. Oh, no. Let's have a look. And it was into the hairpin, which we just missed. He's going to get a little tap from Victor. There it goes. James Forsyth has also gone off as well in the year 1 car. He went off earlier as well. Oh, just lights it up on exit. Doesn't actually go off. He just manages to save it. Onto the brakes, into the hairpin. It's interesting. You see the cars just get slightly unsettled in there. And look at this. The fiercely forward train at the moment with Kevin Zemstra at the front, providing the steam. Oh dear, look at... Oh, I tell you what, Anton, you're a good fisherman. Very good fisherman. You boys have been had off with the bitterness. Ben Hoffman then, chasing Daniele Guidici. All over, I'll say chasing him, he's scratching his backside for him. He's all over him there as they go down the straight together towards the chicane. Onto the brakes, turns it in. Beautifully done. Still getting personal bests from people here. Fastest lap of the race is actually Adrian Falcon. Oh, Louis Correa's gone off. He recovers. Gets the car going again. But Adrian Falcon, championship leader. Keep an eye on him. I'm letting you keep an eye on him, because there he is. 16th at the moment, but putting fast lap times in. Christophe Herbignaud was a 1/10 of a second faster than him last time round as well. So Christophe is closing in bit by bit. So Ben Hoffman and Louis Correa having this battle now. Daniele Guidici in there as well. They've gone through. This is looking back from Ben. Such a fast approach to that hairpin, isn't it? Oh, a bit of a lock up there as well from Guidici. Oh, hello, darkness, my old friend. Hello, internet troubles, my old... Ah, you've got to love it. You've got to love it, haven't you? You've got to love it. We're going to try and carry on, though. I will keep the comms going. As Ben Hoffman goes through the chicane. Bounces a lot of curb on the inside. Because of the wonderful nature of iRacing, he comes back with a damaged car. As it does reload. But that is not the damage that he's carrying. However, it does look comical that that car handles so well with such damage, doesn't it? I kind of hope it does stay like that at the moment, because that looks absolutely hilarious. Ben Hoffman then, the fastest 3-wheeled Formula 3 car you ever will see. Oh yeah, 56 kilobytes per second, that's generous. No, blame Vodafone and their terrible routers, because I was using doing 3 wheels better than Hamilton. Yeah, true. You could change that as well to say he's doing better than Nicholas Hamilton in BTCC with 3 wheels. Oh, the damage repairs itself. There you go. And there is Louis Correa behind him. German efficiency. Love it. Side by side then on the exit, and Ben Hoffman loses the place there. It must have been a bit of a moment for Mr. Hoffman. But yes, blame Vodafone and their terrible routers, because before now I was using my, because we moved into a new rented property, we were using the landlord's old Wi-Fi for the first month or so until ours got swapped over. And theirs was TalkTalk, which I've heard is actually terrible, but it seemed that the router wasn't made of paper like the Vodafone one is. We've got great battles going on everywhere here. Here's Hans Polmans and Victor Balea-Centelles. Hans trying to go around the outside. Hansy, as he's known in the chat. And Daniele Guidici down the inside of John Tusting. These two having a good battle as well further up. There's so many close battles on track. I'll show you the track map. You can see they're just in clumps. With a capital P by the sound of it, Chaz. Oh, a little bit late down the inside there was Wayne Palmer. That could have got sketchy. Louis Correa still has to think about Ben Hoffman behind. Don't forget, these guys don't have to advance anywhere now. This is the feature race. Oh, it was wide. Louis Correa. Centelles and Polmans. This has Donny vibes all over it. It just sounds like some really, really bad meme, doesn't it? Donny vibes. Like, oh, we went to Download Festival at Donington. Donny vibes. Donny vibes. Josh Clogg is still right with his teammate here. Lap 7 of 19. Who's going to pit? None of them by the look of it. Yes, thank you, Cammy. Make sure that you do leave a like, guys. We've been trying to push that. We're on 23 likes at the moment with 29 viewers, so that'll do so far. We were just trying to push it above 15 earlier. Don't forget as well, you can donate to the Memory Box project. Oh, as well, there's the end of Daniele Guidici's race by the look of it. The car ruining its own floor as he bounces across the curbs. What happened here? He's got Adrian Falcon in there. Oh, wow, massive wheel-to-wheel contact. How does Adrian's car survive that? Has he carried on? He has. Daniele Guidici, that car is crabbing like mad. Something very broken about that, unfortunately. Adrian got lucky there to get away with that. They were side by side in the chicane, and unfortunately just not enough room for the pair of them in there. He's trying to chase down Wayne Palmer. Look at it. Honestly, this wasp's nest. It's like the cast for a terrible movie. Vinnie Jones and Donny vibes. Yeah, I like that, Louis. I like that, mate. That's good. There are the three wasps. Or lions together, whichever. Wayne Palmer has been overtaken by Adrian Falcon, and Adrian's like, right, bye, mate. See you in a bit. Oh, wrong one. There you go. See you in a bit. He's away. Adrian Falcon flying at the moment. That's not even an intended pun either, flying like a falcon. Here's Arthur Fry. He's in 5th position, chasing down Brian Loynes. And Zemstra and Crisp into the pit lane then. As Crisp really slams on the anchors there. His tyres will be crisp after that. Josh Clogg has carried on, hoping not to clog up the pit lane with too many fiercely forward cars. Exit at turn 2. Plenty of curb on the exit. Nicely done. So let's have a look then for the closest battle on track. It is Hans Polmans and Victor Balea-Centelles once again. They'll be looking at venues next. 19th place, Hans Polmans. It's not usually where we see him. He has pitted though, so he's going to be Taylor pit lane. Haha, yes. I like that one, Louis. Down the inside. Oh, heckin' heck. Victor Balea-Centelles. Whoa, sunshine. That was all sorts of dodgy, wasn't it? Let's have a look at what happened here then. Victor Balea sent to space. Oh, tiny bit of contact. Wheel to wheel. Doesn't seem to affect Hans Polmans. And then that rejoin. Hashtag that rejoin. Questionable, but still. Did you die though? No. There you go. This is Adrian Falcon on the back of John Tusting. John does not get in the way. And through goes Adrian Falcon on his rise to the top of the field. Once again, Christophe Herbignot. You can see him. He's just sat in the background thinking, I will get there. I will get there. Great livery on this car as well, certainly does look good. Esports team since 2006 apparently, there you go. SDL Esports. And Christophe Herbignier, the Belgian. Currently 13th, but we know that he'll end up higher up the order than that. Bart Delman did a purple sector, hello. Got very, very friendly with that wall there. I'll be waiting in the Flemish pit to contain Hans after the race. Has he got a Hans device? Oh, I'm so bad at this. Here's Kevin Zemstra. And Adrian Falcon is ahead after the pit lane indeed. He is, I'm afraid. Adrian getting out of that traffic early on looked like the best thing to do. I'm not really a fan of a pit stop on lap 1. I introduced a pit window in a series that I managed recently because of the fact that we'd have 6 or 7 cars pitting on lap 1 and it just seems a bit ridiculous. So now there is a pit window, just to make sure. John Tusting now in 13th place, has got Christophe Herbignier ahead of him. Oh right, he hit the wall on lap 1, there you go then, that makes sense. Okay, seriously Charles, your mum called this, has to stop. I'm sorry. Oh, Ben Hoffman has gone off, man. In the year 1 car. Let's have a look at how he did that. Is it just a bit too much curb on the way in? Charles box. Oh, the back end got away from him there. He did well though to recover from that without spinning the car or hitting anything. Louis Correa just ahead of him there in 9th position. He's doing a good job. He's got then Taylor Lane in the Fiercely Forward Open Cast machine in 8th position. Dries van den Rijk, car 8, P7. And then Josh Clogg, the highest of the consistency class drivers at the moment. Taylor is in the academy class and doing a great job as well, because the next guy in that class on track is actually Daniele Gudici. He's got Matthew Crisp stuck to the back of him. Can't think of any sorts of crisps to compare that to. I don't know, Louis, he's dropped down here like a soggy Pringle at the moment. He's just disappeared and we've not seen him for a little bit, like he's gone down the back of the sofa. He's chasing down Paul Godden. And pretty soon he'll have Godden past him, I'm pretty sure. Because he seems to be closing up quite a lot here. I don't know how he's so far behind Kevin. You ask him, he's your teammate. You ask him. Get on Discord. Adrian Falcon overtakes Brian Loynes, Louis Correa and Ben Hoffman, who are all in the pit lane. Oh, pit lane speed. Unlucky. It catches everyone out, it really does. Here's Tom Walstra, race leader with Bart Delman, only 0.8 of a second back. So it's still close for the race lead. Neither of these guys pitted yet. We'll show you the pit stops on the left hand side just so you can see who has pitted. Adrian Falcon now the highest placed driver that's pitted. Apparently John Tusting has not pitted. That's interesting. Maybe not counted or something. We'll see. I'm not allowed on the Discord even during races and we're in full meme mode. Okay, fair enough, Louis. Fair enough. Well, if you manage to get into the British Boring Car Championship, I know that's why you popped up in my Discord. If you manage to get in the British Boring Car Championship, I expect all of the memes. But here comes someone who's definitely not a meme. It's Bart Delman right now. Bart is chasing. Looking down the inside into turn 1. Oh, Tom Walstra's gone wide. And look at that cutback from Bart Delman. That's beautiful. Side by side on the exit. And this now is going to mean that Ross Nicholson gets involved in the background. Very close to contact into the second chicane. Turns it in, maybe a little bit of contact on the exit. No, Bart Delman gets it done. Nice, respectful stuff from Walstra. Ross Nicholson just behind this now in third. He's going to see this going on and think, right, let's get involved in this, shall we, guys? Let's push forward and have a go. Because you've got to think now, where will Adrian Falcon be when these guys pit? He's currently in 6th position. but he's not going to be too far behind because he's only here. The Jetta will be a free car, yes. I had a couple of guys today saying they were very annoyed at the fact it's free now because they bought it just for boring cars. Bart Delman and Tom Wallstrom swapping again. Let's have a look at what happened here. Tom just sent it down the inside into the hairpin. Onto the brakes. Doesn't quite work there, but still nice and clean all the same between the two of them. Side by side once again. Just waiting to see how this turns out. Oh, they're both going for the pit lane. Now Tom Wallstrom wins the race into the pit lane. That was fantastic. We love to see it. So here's John Tustin with Kevin Zemstra closing in on him. John has not pitted though. Where is Adrian Falcon? There he is in the blue Team Iridium car. Just in case anyone's wondering what we're talking about boring cars, if you go to chazdraycott.com/boring-cars, you will see Adrian Falcon, I was going to say stays out, but it doesn't need to go in anymore. Let's see where he turns up. I think Tom Wallstrom and Ross Nicholson have already come out the pit lane. Yeah, there they are. That is Tom Wallstrom. Where is Ross? There is Ross. So he's got ahead. And where is Bart Delman? Bart is still sat there, and he has surely got a penalty for speeding on the way in the pit lane, and that has killed his race, I'm afraid, as he just gets going now. Does he? No? Still not going. Oh, Bart, that's such a shame. Anton, do you mean the Simracersworld Formula 3 or boring cars, mate? Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep an eye on my Facebook and everything. We'll chat about that another time. That's not what this is about tonight. But yes, there is public entry opening up soon for Season 2 of Boring Cars. That will be communicated on my Facebook and so on. But Kevin Zemstra now is behind Christophe Herbignon. Oh, there's a car around. We heard a noise. Who was it? Oh, hello. I just realised I was on replay for ages. Wonder what happened there. Ben Hoffman went off track and came back on. Oh, he's just gone a bit late into there. Manages to survive it though without any contact. Arthur Fry back in the pit lane. Is that a penalty? That's going to kill the amount of points that he gets. But Tom Wallstrom doing a fantastic job at the moment. Yes, you can read the rules as well. Louis is right. Love it, Anton, love it. So Wallstrom leads this race then from Ross Nicholson doing a great job in second place. Then it's Adrian Falcon, and Brian Loynes is only 0.67 of a second ahead of Christophe Herbignon. I just want to apologise again for the internet issues earlier, guys. I'm going to try and get it sorted with a new router. It needs to happen because the Vodafone one is terrible. But this, at the moment, is Bart Delman trying to recover now. And he's on the back of John Tusting. That's going to be a nice move down the inside, late on the brakes. Chucks it in. Well played. And now Bart feels that he needs to go on the defensive here with John. See what he does. Watching this in the background as well, Wayne Palmer, he wants a piece of this in the number 31 machine. It doesn't look like he's going to close up that much yet. Kevin Zemstra. He's got Josh Clogg half a second behind. These guys back in formation after their race earlier, and they were together. Oh, Daniele Guidici's gone off circuit. What's happened here? Is he just going to straight line it like Ben Hoffman did? Yep. Sometimes it's better, rather than just overcorrect it and save it, or, well, overcorrect it and spin it, it is better to just go straight on in moments like that and just make sure that you survive. This is the battle for fourth. Brian Loynes just trying to hold on from Christophe Herbignon. Oh, Hansi! Hansi's crashed. What's happened to Hans Polmans? Oh, no wall of champion for you, Hans. Oh, heck. Oh, no, into the barrier. Luckily not too much damage. Ooh, that's interesting. Reversing onto the racing line. You must have seen there was no cars coming, though. Seemed like a safe time to do it. But still, you've got to be very careful. Speaking of someone that's got to be careful right now, it is Brian Loynes, because he has got Christophe Herbigno right behind him.